Hi friends and welcome back to the channel again. Hope everyone is in great. So today I will be sharing some reasons that why we cannot understand or arrange sentences while we listen to audios, TVs, YouTube or a native English while we talk in person. I have uploaded a question into my Instagram account in order to get people's thoughts. What is the concrete reason or concrete cause for this? Answers to this question, and I will be talking about the concrete causes that I have discovered recently, and I will be talking about a book I have read recently. I'm pretty sure that you are going to be surprised when you have heard these actual factors why we cannot catch on or make it out. Let's get to it. Have you ever classified your vocabulary? Because it is believed that there are five groups of vocabulary in English language. But before I go any further, I would like to mention a couple of things that it took me 2 months to figure out that whenever we listen to audios or listen to recordings or watch movies, we would replay an exact moment back 5 seconds back. We could not understand a word. That sounded familiar to you, but you could not make it out. Why is that? And most likely, just we acknowledge to ourselves that we knew that word. However, this is a myth. Frankly speaking, and not boasting, I swear this is not a boasting matter, but I have an 8,000 word capacity, but it is not enough. And suddenly, I have come to the idea, what would it be if I separate them into classes? Now, finally, in English, as you know, however, you neglect them. There are five classified vocabs and they are A1, B1, B2 together, C1 and C2 together. And indeed, I have measured them, and here is the result. 60% belongs to A1 level, which is 4,800 words, which are very, very basic words that we use in our daily basis. Groups like kitchen words, house, buildings, professions, clothes, and so many others. B1 and B2 embraces 30% of my vocabulary, and they are 2,400 words that consists of formal and informal words we tend to use in our sentences. And that could be idioms, metaphors, or phrasal verbs as well. C1 and C2 unfortunately have 800 words and are very tough because we encounter with them very rarely when we read books, watch movies, or even in articles you might face. My conclusion is that these levels, C1, C2, B1, B2, are connected with your listening, in my opinion. But I'm interested in your opinion. What is your thought about this context? Context, sorry. But you have a question like this. What does it have to do with my listening? Levels. However, there is an inevitable fact that we tend to forget C1, C2 as well as B2 because we do not apply to these words very often, and that is why, as a result, we forget them. Generally, C1 and C2 levels happen to have synonyms of B2, and this is annoying, I have to say that. So, as I have mentioned before, that I uploaded a question into my Instagram account in order to investigate people's hypotheses. Some people believe that we lack of practice. I don't think so. I don't think so because as long as we keep practicing and there is no new word is written into your vocabulary or notebooks, this is pointless. Why we keep practicing? Because just repeating them, but without new word, it is pointless. And one person responded to my question, and he said that we sometimes lack communication skills. I believe that because, and I evaluated this response as a middle rate of causes because when you are talking to natives, you are supposed to use most complex words, and that triggers your C1 or C2 levels. And in addition, your partner might be an expert with, which means he uses combination of complex words, which increases your chances of remembering them as well. And finally, we have reached to my favorite part of the video called a book I have read recently, called Ready Player One. It's incredibly interesting book by Ernest Cline. He's the American author, science fiction author, a novelist, and a co-writer of a movie, Ready Player One, which was released in 2018 in March 29th. This book is incredibly important. It took me 1 month and a half, I guess, yeah. And this is a science fiction book, SCI-5, which brings you into 2045 year, and there's one guy called James Holiday changes the entire world with his game called the Oasis. The Oasis is a game which is played with haptic gloves and suits, and that gives you an opportunity to avoid from the real world and meet new friends. And before the owner of the game dies, he creates a video record which turns out a testament, and the video would launch as soon as he dies. So James Holiday created a contest which includes 3 stages, and each stage has its own key to the gate, and the point of the contest is to find the Easter egg of James Holiday. And there is one guy called Wade Watts with his real name and nickname. His nickname is Percival. He finds 4 friends, and they create a clan, discovering the ways of to reach the gates and find the Easter egg and win the contest. So there is always, appear violence in all fields. There is a company called IOI tries to prevent the players to exploring or discovering the place of the keys, and but even murdering avatars and threatening them. But eventually they win the contest. But I don't want to talk about the entire book itself. You should read this book. You have to read this book. I recommend this. But what is the juice? So where is the juice, you might ask? Because as I'm a big fan of books and movies, I have discovered a few things about books and movies. Movies and books are sometimes connected with each other. Particular scenes, in terms of particular scenes, because for instance, in movie Ready Player One, the first stage is about a race, but in the book, the first stage has, you have to beat the mythic player by playing the a video game. I mean, game in the game. There's a box game, you know. They have the player is supposed to be the mythic player in their particular game. I don't know the name, but that's all. I guess I don't want to mention about the whole contest, but you should read. But I'm going to leave the downloading link below in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the book itself. You should read. And one last thing, guys, I would like to know your opinion that what kind of video I should make in my next video. Please, your opinion is valuable to me. And hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.